Like, he's being told by the ADL, you know, what to do and what's being allowed to said. So what's allowed to be said. So
and we've talked many times about the broadening of a definition of something that's anti-Semitic. The example you just said, that if you think that you want to say free Palestine, that comes off as anti-Semitic. Yes, we have to speak out for the widening of the net of things that maybe you may think is an acceptable way to feel. And even if it's not an acceptable way to feel, we have to speak for the speech that we don't like if we're true free speech purists. Well, the Anti-Defamation League may have the lawsuit of its life on its hands if what Elon Musk is saying on Twitter, or X, is true. He's saying, yes, we are very seriously considering suing them because he says they have been actively discouraging advertisers from advertising on Twitter, taking away nearly half of the company's ad share. How are they doing this? Well, here's just one example we talked about just last December, where the New York Times published their research saying that Twitter was a hateful place. They used that as fodder to tell advertisers not to go there.
To be super clear, I'm pro-free speech, but against anti-Semitism of any kind. To me, that's totally contradictory. Free speech includes speech we don't like, as long as it's not incitement to violence. That's what's considered free speech. So we have disagreements with all kinds of people who may have odious opinions, but it falls within the realm of free speech.
I don't like it, and I don't agree with it, but I believe it should be able to be said.
Seems more like he's talking about policy to me. But, you know, I don't like anti-Semitism, but I don't think we should ban anti-Semitic speech because it doesn't make it go away. To police speech on social media all around, and in particular on X, formerly known as Twitter. And Elon Musk, I think, doesn't want him to do that because it damages the brand, and he wants to be in control of censorship. Remember his whole freedom of speech, but not freedom of reach policy, which is kind of, you know, that is censorship. You can say what you want. Maybe we'll just make it so you're sitting in a corner and no one can hear you. That's like the kind of censorship 2.0 on X.
What can you tell us about the ADL in general and what a lawsuit like this might mean?
Yeah, for me, it's a big badge of honor that Jonathan Greenblatt, the ADL CEO, I think it was in 2017 or so, called me a jerk on Twitter. So, you know, I wear that with pride.
Okay.
But the ADL took issue with Elon Musk, and it's primarily an Israel lobby outfit that seeks to muzzle any speech critical of Israeli policy or call you a jerk, and the special relationship between the United States and Israel to the tune of $3.8 billion per year. So it does this with accusations of anti-Semitism. If you look at its reports, the ADL's reports, you'll find instances of people saying free Palestine listed as an anti-Semitic incident. So it'll kind of conflate actual anti-Semitic incidents with just people saying, well, there should be equal rights for Palestinians and Israelis. You know, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free is considered hate speech by the ADL. There's a really great documentary called Defamation, and it's by an Israeli filmmaker named Yoav Shamir that came out, I think, in 2009. So I really recommend everyone watch that, and you'll really get a sense of what the ADL has been in decades past, and really has kind of become gone on like steroids in its censorship efforts.